up, you guys? It's Brandi. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Today we're going to be continuing the foundation series with a drugstore foundation that a lot of you guys have been requesting for me to try out. I've sat in this very chair twice already and tried to film this like review slash demo of the foundation, and a lot of things have happened. Like, I may not have liked the lighting in the video, I may not have liked my hair, I didn't like the product both of the times in the video, so I was planning on just scratching it and not even doing it. But since so many of you guys requested that I try it out, I was like, I'm gonna try this a third time and we're gonna see how it goes. Before we get into the actual tutorial, I want to go ahead and encourage you guys to click the subscribe button and join this family, because I know a lot of times I forget to say that and I don't always annotate subscribe in this, like the video space and things like that. So I just want to encourage you guys to do that because it does help me out a lot. I love bringing new people to the family and I love hearing you guys' ideas about videos and things like that. So definitely click that subscribe button so you can join the family. So today we're going to be using the L'Oreal 24-Hour Foundation. This is the Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. This is the sister foundation to the Pro Matte from the Infallible line as well. I've already done a review on that one a long time ago, like when it first came out, maybe a year and a half ago. I have it in like a playlist here with my foundation series, so just click the little eye on either one of these sides and you can go and see every single video in the foundation series. The packaging of this one looks very different from the Pro Matte. I actually don't even have the Pro Matte anymore because I didn't love it and I didn't really like the shade of it as much, so I ended up returning it after I did the review of it on my channel. So I don't really have the bottle to show you, but I'll like insert a picture or something. So this one is more of a shiny bottle. The color is a little bit different, and you also can really see the product through this one a lot better than the Pro Matte one, because that packaging, I don't know, it's like some type of layer on top of it, so the color that you see isn't what you actually get when you squeeze it out. With this one, it's definitely true to color, so what you see in this packaging right here is what you're gonna get on your hand. So I got mine in the shade Classic Tan, which is 210. It says it's a lasting glow foundation, never dull, never greasy, and it says the finish is supposed to be radiant. You're supposed to be able to wear it up to 24 hours. The coverage is supposed to be medium, and the texture is supposed to be air light. So it does definitely say shake well also. So going to my phone, I have it pulled up on my phone here, and I see that there are 12 shades in the line. I'm not sure if you guys can see that right there. There are 12 shades, and I think Classic Tan is, yeah, it's like the third from the darkest shade. So it's not a whole lot of range when you get to kind of like medium skin tone to darker, deeper skin tones, which is kind of disappointing. So the description here says that discover the new pro finish of long wear up to 24-hour wear with a hydrating glow. It's lightweight and creamy. This long-lasting foundation goes on smooth with a glow finish that lasts. Has medium coverage and instantly hides imperfections for a clear complexion. The hydrating foundation with SPF is ideal for normal to dry skin. So it pretty much says the same thing online that it says on the packaging, which is always a great thing. So as usual, we are going to be using two beauty tools to apply this foundation. I'm going to use the Beauty Blender on one side and my Morphe M439 brush on the other side, and let you guys see how it blends out. Now, I've already prepped my skin with my Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, as I normally do within these tutorials. My brows are already on, and that's all that I have on my skin. So what I'm going to do is pin this little bang action of mine back before we start, just to get my hair out of the way. And like it said on the packaging, we are gonna shake it, shake it, shake it. And I don't know if you guys can hear that. I hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sounds really liquid. I'm gonna put a little bit of the product on the back of my hand here. You guys see that it is a very liquid product, like it is running down my hand. So I'm going to use about that much, and as usual, I am going to dot it all over my face. And then I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender. So the shade match seems pretty good to me. It seems like it's a great match, actually. Okay, so I've applied applied the foundation to this portion of my face, and I still feel kind of the same way that I did in the other videos when I first started out with this. I don't see a dramatic difference. Like, this doesn't wow me when I first put it onto my face, like, oh yeah, I'm feeling it, like I can see where this is going. It just seems like a regular foundation to me, and it doesn't really give much of a glow either. When I first saw this foundation and the packaging and things like that and what the claims say, I really thought I was gonna have like really dewy skin, but it really doesn't even give you that much of a dewiness kind of finish to it. It's kind of like a natural glow. The color, I don't know, it's something about this shade also that kind of turns me off a little bit. Like, it seems like it's a good match. It's just like slightly like the undertone, something to it just doesn't, I don't know, it's just not there for me. So going on the next side, we're gonna apply about the same amount in the back of my hand, which I'm being very generous with this, and use the Morphe 439 brush. It looks like I went a little ham with it on this side. Oh my gosh, I may have put a little bit too much. Or it may be because my brush, I just washed it not that long ago and it hasn't had a chance to fully dry. So it's kind of still damp a little bit. It fully covered up that darkness. It's just like a teeny bit that's still peeking through, but I don't feel like I need to go on with the second layer at all. And I feel like the finish over here is a little bit glowier with the brush compared to with the Beauty Blender. And I'm not sure which side I prefer. I think I might prefer this side a little bit more, just because this seems like it hasn't set yet, or it seems like it would transfer a lot more. So this is what my face is looking like as a clean slate with just the foundation on it. Not super impressed at all. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it pushing with this though. So what I'm gonna do is go and finish the rest of my face and then come back and let you guys know how the other products apply to it, and then if my feelings change on it or not. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. I have finished the rest of my face. I wanted to keep it really light and glowy, especially with the lips. I put a little bit of gloss on, and I used the Taraji Henson MAC lipstick called Strip Down, but as usual, I will leave all of the other things that I used on my face in the description box below if you guys want to recreate the same look, but it's super simple, and I just threw on some lashes. So, after applying the rest of my face, I struggled a little bit because it still wasn't looking that great to me or blowing me away in any type of fashion, but I mean, I guess it looks okay. Like the coverage and things like that, the medium coverage is definitely there. I am going to do like a flash photo when I close the blinds and stuff in here to let you guys know if it's any type of flashback with the SPF being in it. Radiant finish, I guess it's kind of like a radiant finish. To me, it looked more like a natural finish, and they do have that as an option on here, so I would more so consider this a natural finish as opposed to a radiant finish. I'm not going to really be able to test out the 24-hour wear because I'm not keeping this on for 24 hours. And in terms of it being air light, I completely agree with that. Not only with like the texture of it being so watery, but when applying it on my face, it was super light. I didn't even really feel it at all. Now today, I didn't set it like I normally do because I don't know, I kind of wanted to keep the glowy look, and it's not that glowy in the first place. So I thought by setting my entire face, even with a translucent powder, that it would end up looking or taking away the little bit of like natural glow that it gave me. My forehead is like a problem area for me, especially with foundation. There are only like a select few of foundations that I can put on my face and they don't like settle into the creases on my forehead. Now, because I'm only using the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm as my primer, I feel like that has some type of a role to play with this, because if I use more of like a smoothing primer or a pore filling primer or something like that, then it would probably kind of alleviate this problem that I have all the time. But it doesn't bother me too much because it's not super noticeable with a lot of foundations. but I know as the foundation settles and my natural oils build up on my face today that it is going to end up, you know, eliminating those lines up there. But just keep that in mind if you guys have forehead lines like I do, which are a pain in the butt. We're going to see what happens throughout the day. I am getting somewhat of a late start, so I'm going to try to keep this on as long as I can today. It's now 12:35 in the afternoon. If nothing else changes majorly, then I'm going to come back on tonight when I get ready to take my makeup off and let you guys know what my final thoughts on this foundation are. So I will see you guys at the end of the night. Okay, you guys, I am back. It's now the end of the night for this face right here. It's now, oh my gosh, 8:44 p.m. So this is going to be the final update for the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow 24-Hour Foundation. Just to remind you, I am in the shade Classic Tan. Looking at my face, I don't know about you guys, because sometimes what I see in person, like in front of me, and then when I go back and look at the footage of what was filmed, normally I'm like, I actually looked a lot shinier than I thought I did, or I'm actually seeing like settling in person and I didn't really see that on camera. So it's always a little bit different, but looking at my skin, it looks really good actually. And you guys know I did not like this foundation at the beginning of this video at all. I was like, I'm not impressed. It's not doing anything for me, but I'm actually really liking it. I still don't feel like it gives you a radiant finish when you put it on. It's still more of like a natural glow and just a hint of something. So it doesn't really set in terms of being the dewy, like the dewiness what I thought it would be. So that's probably a good thing, because I feel like this is the one foundation that I've used so far that at the end of the day, I don't have a lot of excessive oil on my face, which I actually thought I would, because it's a hydrating foundation. So I thought as the day went on, my skin would produce a lot more oil than it did, and surprisingly it didn't at all. Like, there's no shine to my face except for like my highlight and stuff like that, and I'm like really kind of excited about this. The 24-hour, you guys know I can't speak on that because I'm not leaving my foundation on for 24 hours ever. The coverage, I still feel like, yes, it is a medium coverage and it's still air light and weightless. I didn't even set this with a powder in like areas that I didn't highlight today, and it still ended up being nice and like a demi matte finish to it. It doesn't transfer a whole lot. There is a little bit on my fingers when I touch my face, but it's not too bad at all. In terms of like my forehead, there was some creasing up there. It's still a little bit left just because, like I said, I didn't produce that much oil on my face today. But the coverage everywhere else is still really great. Even over here where I had that dark mark, it's not peeking through at all. Now I do notice a little tad bit, like a small bit of extra oil forming right here, like in the creases of my nose. But it's not anything too bad at all. So I really feel like the way the foundation looks right now, the set of it, or the texture of it, I guess, I don't know, what do you call it, if it's the finish of it, that's what it is. The finish of it that I'm having right now lets me think that I definitely would be able to go another 4 hours at least with this to get 12-hour wear out of this foundation, because it looks so much better now after it's set a little bit. Now in terms of the shade, I'm still on the fence about the shade. I still feel like there's something a little bit off with this particular shade in my skin tone. The undertones or something about it I'm just not liking as much. It feels like, it looks like my face is like a tinge darker than it actually is, or it's not like enough red or golden undertones to it. I don't know what it is. If you guys know, let me know if you can express what it is that I'm talking about, or you see the difference that I'm talking about. But other than that, I feel like this is a really great foundation now after the fact. So I'm really happy that I pushed through and did this review and wore the foundation for the rest of the day. Let me know you guys' thoughts on this. Would you try it out? If you have tried it out, how did you like it, and all of that? And don't forget to leave me some more suggestions in that comment spot for other foundations you guys want me to try out. If you enjoyed this review, make sure you give it a thumbs up and show your girl some love. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the family as always. And until next time, I will see all of you beauties later. Bye.